Bronx, the boogie down. The Bronx got flavor, the Bronx got history. I ran the Blake Barkley right up the street. Patterson, from Patterson. Middleweight, super middleweight, and light heavyweight champ of the world. I ran the Blake Barkley from 3 blocks up the street, Patterson. You understand what I'm saying? You got Louis Resto. You got so many great fighters and champions from the Bronx and other boroughs as well. You know what I'm saying? But the Bronx is where I could come, and I got some history with the Bronx. I fought here. I've been to Webster PAL, fought Apache, Roberto Clemente, these different facilities and venues here in the Bronx, right? I opened this gym in 2017. And in 2017, it wasn't what it was, but it also wasn't what it is now. You understand what I'm saying?
Do you think Canelo will fight the winner of Benavidez versus Andrade, since it's going to be mandatory for like the 4th time already?
I have no idea. I can't promise anything with Canelo. We've never been able to promise anything with Canelo. We've seen Canelo go to different promoters and they say, oh, well, when he's with this fight, he's going to fight those guys. Because he was with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom. When he was with them, oh, yeah. So now he about to fight the fights that we've been wanting him to fight. The Triple G fight, the Boo Boo Andre fight. And he ended up fighting Triple G and whatnot. But this was before he ended up, you know what I'm saying, getting in the ring with those guys. You feel me? We've seen Canelo duck a lot of people. We've seen Canelo duck a lot of people. We've seen him duck Charlo. You know what I'm saying? He had a title, right? He had a title. I think it was the middleweight title. And then he vacated the middleweight title to go up to fight somebody else. He was awarded the franchise belt. You know what I'm saying? So he went up, awarded the franchise belt so that he could do whatever he wanted with the franchise belt. And he went up, he did what he had to do, won that fight, and then came back down. You know what I'm saying? After boy had came back down and won the title that he had just vacated or some shit like that. We've seen Canelo do a lot of sucker moves in the sport of boxing. 2 positive drug tests, right? He won his first world title at 154. He fought like Matthew Hatton or Rocky Fielding or somebody like that. Rocky Fielding or Matthew Hatton were never even eligible for a title shot. Never eligible. Especially for a belt. It's covenant. It's the WBC, the #1 belt in boxing. You understand what I'm saying? Like the green belt. You feel me? But through his heritage and, you know what I'm saying, he was able to do what he was able to obtain the opportunity he needed to keep that belt. You understand what I'm saying? How can you win a WBC belt fighting a guy that was never even eligible for the WBC shot? Never even eligible, and you're fighting him for the #1 championship belt in the world, and the guy that you're fighting is not even eligible for it. How? No one's never heard of him before nor after. His brother is Ricky Hatton. His brother was a good fighter, Ricky Hatton. Matthew Hatton is the guy that Canelo fought. You understand what I'm saying? So you're going to win the WBC title fighting for a guy that wasn't even eligible for the title shot? How is that possible? Think about that. And then I'll give Canelo credit for some fights. And I like Canelo's technique and skills a lot. I'm a fan of his technique and skills. His upper body movement, his head movement, his side to side, make you miss, make you pay, putting punches together. No one does it as good as he do. No one does it as good as he do. I can't take that from him. That motherfucker bad when it comes to that. But it's these little bullshit moves on the side. You understand what I'm saying? 160 fighting a guy named Amir Khan. How you gonna fight Amir Khan at 160? Amir Khan is a 147. He was never a 54. Amir Khan is 147. How you gonna fight him at 160? Amir Khan was getting knocked out at 140. We know Amir Khan been Cheney. I remember Prescott knocked him out at 140. Now he done been knocked out at heavyweight. Danny Garcia slapped him. You know what I'm saying? He done got knocked out of heavyweight. Now you gonna fight Canelo at 60? As soon as he get touched, it's over. Yeah, Amir Khan got skills. Yeah, he got good technique. Good fighter. A lot of heart. You gotta give Khan a lot of credit for his heart. Amir Khan got heart. You gotta give him credit for his heart. That motherfucker got heart. You understand what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like, you fighting a powerhouse like Canelo Alvarez. Very good fighter. Very good fighter. At 160, he was getting knocked out at 40 by Bradis Prescott. How you not gonna get knocked out at 60 against Canelo Alvarez? Amir Khan had never fought 160 before. He never fought 154 at that time. Now you fighting Canelo at 60? Is that fair to you? I'm asking you a question. Is that fair to you? You feel me? That's not fair. Obviously, like I said, this failed drug test and stuff like that. I give him props for the Caleb Plant fight. I give him props for the Mayweather fight. I give him props for the Cotto fight. Even though Cotto wasn't Cotto, you gotta give him props for the Triple G fight, even though he fought Triple G after he was supposed to fight Triple G. When Triple G was Triple G, nah, we good. But when Triple G showed signs of, okay, we'll get him. You understand what I'm saying? We'll get him now. You know what I mean? They say, oh, well, he learned it from Mayweather. Bullshit. 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 When Mayweather was fighting Gregorio Vargas, when Mayweather was fighting Diego Corrales, when Mayweather was fighting Jesus Chavez, when Mayweather was fighting Jose Luis Castillo, when Mayweather was fighting Sean Bay Mitchell, it wasn't no weight clause, it wasn't no weight restrictions, no clauses in the contract. Yeah, he the ASAP, but when he was fighting Zab Judah, wasn't no clauses in the contract. You understand what I'm saying? And then they say, yeah, he fought Zab Judah after Zab Judah just lost, but guess what? He ended up fighting the guy that beat Zab Judah next year. You understand what I'm saying? I think that was in 2008 or 7. You feel me? Oh, you didn't get it from Mayweather. Look at all the world champs Mayweather beat, and look who they were when he beat them. Not just look at the world champions he beat, look at the quality of them when he beat them. You understand what I'm saying? Fighters that went on to become world champion and win other world championships after Floyd beat him. That's what I'm talking about. Canelo ain't do it like that. Canelo ain't do it like that. Think about it. Shane Mosley was shot. The Austin Child fight was a good fight for Canelo. I give him props for that. I give him props, like I said, I give him props for the Cotto fight. Obviously the Floyd Mayweather fight. You understand what I'm saying? I give him props for the Caleb Plant fight. I give him props for the Bivol fight. I give him props for the Jamie Jacobs fight. Win, lose, or draw, go out there and do your thing. When fighters are not weight trained or old or little guys blowing up 2 weight classes to fight you. I remember he fought Josecito Lopez. Josecito Lopez was 140. Literally went up to fight Canelo 154. It's 2 weight classes. Now there's serious conversation. Actually, it's about to happen. It's not even conversation no more. Him and Lil Charlo. What about the 160 Charlo? Why the 154 Charlo? You was been supposed to fight the 160 Charlo years ago when he was your mandatory. Now you gonna dub him and fight his little brother? You dig what I'm saying? He was your mandatory a couple years ago. You dubbed him, franchised your way out. Now you gonna fight his little brother? You feel me? What about that? You gotta look at these things. It's the little things, man. It's the little things, and they happen all of the time. Oscar De La Hoya was tired of the motherfucker. Because one thing Oscar did, win, lose, or draw, Oscar fought killer after killer after killer after killer. Nobody fought more killers than Oscar. Floyd Mayweather, Bernard Hopkins, Manny Pacquiao, HotTake. You understand what I'm saying? I can keep motherfucking going. Felix Stern was a damn good fighter. John Molina. You understand what I'm saying? Julio Cesar Chavez twice. Oscar fought killer after killer after killer. Cornell Whitaker, Felix Trinidad. And Whitaker wasn't Whitaker when he fought him, but Whitaker was WBC champ. And he had to get the belt. And a lot of people say Whitaker won that fight. He got in there with him, though.
What about David Morrell?
I like David Morrell. I'm a fan of David Morrell. I wanted to see David Morrell and Boo Boo.
You think he's going to fight Canelo?
Huh?
You think David Morrell's going to fight Canelo?
He might want to, but it's Canelo. Does Morrell bring it to the table? Does Morrell bring it to the table? He might want to. You can want to all you want. But at the end of the day, you can't say nothing because he fought Caleb Plant. At the time, Caleb Plant wasn't a superstar draw. And Caleb Plant is a damn good fighter. I'm a big fan of Caleb Plant. You understand what I'm saying? He didn't win that fight, but he went there and did his thing.
Out of Devin, Haney, and Shakur, who comes out on top and why?
Shakur comes out on top. Tank could come out on top too. Let me tell you something about that. It's either Shakur, Tank, Haney, or Tank, Shakur, Haney. Tank can do everything Shakur can do. Shakur can't do everything Tank can do. You understand what I'm saying? Think about that. Devin Haney, you can't take nothing from him. He's the undisputed champ. He's a bad boy. He got skills. He was raised up in the gym. He was bred for this. And it's paying off. You understand what I'm saying? It's paying off. He's doing his thing. Devin Haney came up, taken care of. Father always had his back, been there, as a father should. As a father should. Sort of remind me of me and my dad. Because my dad made sure I had everything I needed. You understand what I'm saying? My dad was there. So I respect the relationship between Bill and Devin Haney. A lot. I respect Devin Haney's technique and skills. You understand what I'm saying? I respect his heart. He got a lot of heart. He's a nice person. He's a good person. You can't take that away from Devin Haney. I think Shakur is a bit more seasoned in terms of who he is. One of the top amateurs in the world, Olympic silver medalist, national amateur champion, USA team all the time, undefeated professional, 2-division champ, right? You feel me? He's done that. Shakur Stevens has done that, undefeated and very confident. Very confident. You know what I'm saying? I know Shakur. Since he was an amateur. You know what I'm saying? I know Tank. I know Calvin, Kenny, those guys down in the Upton Boxing Gym. They come up here. They come to South Box. I love those guys. Respect those guys a lot. Tank can do everything Shakur can do. Shakur can't do everything Tank can do.
What can he do?
Can knock you out whenever the fuck he get ready. That's what Tank can do. Whenever he feel like it, he could put his hands on you and there will be a casket involved. Gervonta Davis. Shakur can't do that. Shakur can outskill you. He can outbox you. Tank can outskill you. Tank can outbox you. Shakur's a bit more patient and poised with it. Shakur's a bit more strategic with it. You know what I'm saying? Tank can do those things. Tank can do those things. Tank is a better boxer than Shakur is a knockout artist. How about that? Tank is a real good boxer and an extremely good knockout artist. Shakur's an extremely good boxer. You know what I'm saying? Devin Haney's an extremely good boxer. I just don't think he got that Shakur guy. Shakur from Newark. Shakur grew up in Baltimore, Tank. Shakur, Newark. You don't see their parents. Do you? Devin was raised up different. Take nothing away from the parents of Shakur. Take nothing away from the parents of Tank. But boxing chose them. They didn't choose boxing. Boxing chose them. They didn't choose boxing. That's the difference. That's the difference. And that, it's a little shit like that that's gonna, you know what I'm saying? They're all equally talented, skillful young men. They all undefeated, sharp boxers. But one of them can knock you out whenever he get the fuck ready. One of them can knock you out whenever he get the fuck ready. Only one of them can do that. Take that into consideration. Now we naming all lightweight, 35, whatever, these killers. They all need to fight each other. There was a fighter named Teofimo Lopez, another great fighter. I'm a big fan of Tio. Out of all these young killers we naming, Tio the only one taking the hardest matches, the hardest opposition. Tio fought Lomachenko and nobody wanted to see him. You couldn't melt them niggas in porn man with Lomachenko. Tio fought him and upset him. A lot of people had Loma winning that fight. He had Tio hurt more than Tio had him hurt. I think Loma was too hesitant for the first half of the fight. He didn't pick it up to around like 7, 8. And then he gave up round 12. Loma did. Tio won. Undisputed champ of the world. Did Tank jump off the roof like that against a fighter is as triumphant as Lomachenko? Did Tank do that? I'm asking you a question. Did Tank take on a fighter as triumphant as Lomachenko? No. Take nothing away from the killers that Tank is for. You understand what I'm saying? But even Luis Santa Cruz wasn't that. He was, you know what I'm saying? Did Shakur fight a killer like Lomachenko? Haney just fought Lomachenko. You seen how that went. Teofimo got in there where ain't nobody wanted to see him. Then he turned around and lose to Cambosa. It's crazy. How the fuck? Shit don't make no sense. You just beat Lomachenko. George Cambosa's, no disrespect, but he's supposed to be fooled because you just killed the killer, T.O. You just killed the killer, Lomachenko, the boogeyman. Stop him, motherfuckers. Stop Nicholas Walters. Stop Rigondeaux. Lomachenko. Nicholas Walters was stopping everybody. You understand what I'm saying? And then then you got the boy that Teofimo just beat. You know the boy, undisputed champ. I'm drawing a brain fart right now. The boy that Teofimo just beat. Come on, y'all know. Come on, help me out. Josh Taylor, another undefeated lineal champion, undisputed. Josh Taylor, undefeated. Nobody wanted to see him. Had all the belts. Had all the belts. T.O. beat him. T.O. beat two undefeated champions. That was lineal champion. Had all the belts. T.O. beat two of them. Tank ain't beat one. Shakur ain't beat one. Devin Haney just beat one. Lomachenko, but T.O. had already did that. T.O. had already did that. That was T.O. leftovers. Stop me when I lie.
So what's your prediction for Canelo Crawford fight?
I got Canelo. A good big man beat a good little man. Why the fuck he fighting Charlo? David Benavidez right there. Right now, he done did what he done in boxing. Canelo done everything he had to do in boxing. Several-time world champ. First undisputed super middleweight champion. Been in with the killers. Obviously, first battle Hall of Famer. Why he ain't fighting Benavidez? That's gonna be the money fight. The Mexican crowd gonna eat that up. Cause it's on both sides. Benavidez, PBC. I remember they was talking shit about PBC not too long ago. Everybody, yeah, PBC trash. PBC got all the killers. PBC got all the killers. What chance call for that right now? Canelo. Where the killers at right now? Stop me when I lie. You understand what I'm saying? Think about that. PBC, what Benavidez is at right now? Let's think about the biggest fights in boxing and who they with. Think about it. Today, not all of them, but a whole lot of them. PBC, Premier Boxing. They need to give them guys their respect, man. Sam Watson, Marcus Brandon, Al Heyman. Give them boys their respect, man. Stop hating on them. But guess what? They're not gonna do that. They're not gonna give them the respect they deserve. They're not gonna do that. They rather sandpaper Alliance has than give PBC the respect they deserve. I'm not lying. Look at the bullshit happen with Top Rank. Look at the bullshit happen with Matthew. You never hear Al Heyman having all these debates with his fighters like you hear from Bob Arum and fighters cussing him out on interviews and shit. They ain't cussing Al out in interviews. You know what I'm saying? They talking shit about Oscar. And Oscar one of my favorite fighters of all time. They talking shit about Oscar in interviews. His fighters are talking shit about it. They talking shit about Eddie Hearn in interviews. His fighters are. Bob Arum, his fighters are. You don't really hear that on the PB side like that. You don't really hear that like that. You don't really hear that like that. Nothing is 100% pristine clean, but you don't hear shit like that on the PBC side. That says something. That means something right there. That means something right there. That means something right there. Think about it. You feel me? They doing something over there right. Right now they got the monopoly. PBC got the monopoly. Because Terence Crawford right now, as we speak, PBC.
Does this record, do you think it'll surpass Floyd?
Hard. Nah. How many world champions does Bud beat? Now do that and be undefeated. And Bud, my favorite fighter today. I like Bud. I like him. I like Bud. I like Bowman. Red. I respect this team. I like Bud. You understand what I'm talking about? I like those guys. Those good people. Shout out to my guys in Omaha. Shout out to Bud Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Bowman, Red, y'all doing your thing. Now I see you. I've been seeing them forever. I've been seeing them since the amateurs. I was amateur before him. You understand what I'm saying? But I kept my eyes and ears to the game. So I know who did what. You know, I wasn't closely immersed in the amateurs at that time, but you know what I'm saying? By me being a former top amateur #1 ranked in the country fighter, you know, you want to say, I wonder what they doing today in USA Boxing. You go through the magazines, you see who ranked. You know, I'm a New York guy. I want to see my New York fighters do their thing. I'm a USOAC Bad Boy. Shouts to the USOAC Bad Boys in Marquette, Michigan. You never heard of the USOAC Bad Boys, have you? I know. A lot of great fighters come out of that program. Brian Valoria, David Reed, Vernon Forrest, Jermaine Taylor, Timothy Bradley. A lot of great, Eric Kelly. You know what I'm saying? Shakur Powell, Tion Shepard, Roberto Benitez, Anthony Stewart. I can keep going. Zaire Raheem. A lot of killers at this thing. A lot of world champions and Olympic champions at this thing right now. You're all USOAC Bad Boys. I'm just grateful to be one of them. Shouts to Coach Al Mitchell. Michaela Mayer. You know who Michaela Mayer is? Michaela Mayer is a champ right now. You know what I'm saying? She only got one loss. Michaela Mayer, champ, Olympian, 2016 Olympian. Michaela Mayer. You feel me? She's USOAC bad girl. Because she's the only bad girl. She's the only girl that we ever had. You understand what I'm saying? So Shakur can make $8 million to $20 million, $8 million now fighting Haney. Or he can wait a year or two and make 16 to 20. You can wait a year, you can wait to make 16 to 20, but you gotta hope he stay undefeated. We done seen that happen a lot of times. Where the fighter was supposed to fight the fighter they should have fought when it was hot and ready, and then somebody took the L, and that fucked the super fight up. That happened with Joshua Wilder. You understand what I'm saying? Joshua took the L against Andy Ruiz. You done seen that happen. A lot of times, you gotta strike when the iron hot. And I understand, like, yo, I can get 8 now, or I can get 16 to 20 in a year. Alright, but you playing with time. You playing with time. That year ain't promised to you. Tomorrow ain't promised to you. God forbid. You might die today, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Earl Spence had that car accident. The Crawford fight could have, you know what I'm saying? So when Crawford did end up fighting him, today, even today, people still using that. Oh, Earl was never the same since that car accident. Despite him beating Danny Garcia, who gets since the car accident. But like, yeah, it wasn't the same Earl people. You know what I'm saying? You can't do shit like that. Mike Tyson was supposed to fight Holyfield. And say, you know, Buster Douglas not Mike Tyson now. Out of nowhere. one. We all supposed to think optimistic and be optimistic and hope for the best. And let it marinate a little bit more. But guess what? Playing with time. Look at Pacquiao Mayweather. Yeah, Pacquiao Mayweather did great numbers, but neither one of y'all are a quarter of the star Pacquiao nor Mayweather. Not a quarter of the star. Stop me when I lie. Stop me when I lie. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all ain't doing pay-per-view numbers like that. You don't got a country behind you like Pacquiao. You feel me? You don't got the world behind you like Pacquiao. You don't got the fanfare and people came to see you win and lose like Floyd behind you. You don't got that behind you. You don't got a quarter of it. Shakur, Devin, Bill, stop me when I lie. Yeah, we waiting this, that to happen. I'm playing with time. You don't know what the fuck gonna happen. I promise to you. If you who you say you are, make the fight happen, win, lose, or draw, make the rematch happen. That's what's happening right now in the sport of boxing. They saying fuck it, they gonna cross you to the win, and they jumping in there with the killers to kill. Killer, okay, somebody gonna get killed. Let's go. That's what they're doing. Because when the killer by the killer, it's gonna be a good fight. Even if it ends by a stoppage or a knockout. And now that makes it for a rematch. People want to see that. That's what I would do. But DMX made a song. Y'all been eating long enough now. Stop being greedy. Keep it real, boy. Give to the needy. Ribs and touches. So don't make me wait. Fuck around and I'm gonna bite you. Stash your plate. You get what I'm saying? Boxing done turned Republican in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Everybody worried about financial gain as opposed to. That's what it is. Get your finances. Yes, we've been taken advantage of. Fighters have been taken advantage of far too long. Far too long. Yes, we make the sport. Yes, we're the prize pupils. Yes. But guess what? You're gonna keep the fans, you're gonna keep the sport, and you're gonna keep a real pretty dollar in your pocket by making it happen. Because tomorrow ain't promised to me, you nobody. Stop me when I lie. I'm glad to be in this position. I'm blessed.
Well, thank you for the interview. I appreciate your time.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. I gotta roll.